we are back to you. This is the second half of the lecture. We continue with the same soliloquy. In the last meeting, a few minutes ago, we spoke that Hamlet says about death, likens death to an undiscovered world from whose boundaries no one comes back. This fact makes us rather bear those ills. تجعلنا نتحمل هذه المتاعب. We have than fly to others, than fly to other burdens, to go to other burdens that we know not of. لا أحد يحب أن يذهب من المعلوم إلى المجهول. Thus conscience does make cowards of us. صحيح. Conscience makes coward of us. Conscience has two meanings here. Conscience means consciousness. الوعي knowledge أو تاني اللي هو general opinion. الضمير بمعنى الضمير بخلينا makes cowards of us، يجعلنا جبناء. of us all. The one who is afflicted with the pangs of his conscience definitely becomes coward. Coward regarding taking vengeance on people, killing people, and thus native who of resolution. Make cowards of us, and thus the native who of resolution is sickled. Resolution is sickled. Resolve. التصميم is sickled, becomes sick يعني. Sickled becomes sick. Becomes sick. Becomes sick. Sickled. Sickled over the pale cast of thought. على بصير sickled at the thought بس. At the thought, not the action. على التفكير مش حتى على العمل يعني قبل ما يعمل. And enterprises of a great pitch and moment. And the enterprises ventures. Enterprises ventures. مغامرات. Ventures. The important and highly ventures become lack power. And enterprises of a great pitch and moment, with this regard, their currents turn array. Turn array amiss. Turn array amiss. Array amiss. With thinking, these important ventures become a mess. تصبح في حالة ضياع. في حالة ايش؟ ضياع. and lose the name of action, become incapable of making action. You see how Hamlet describes beautifully, profoundly, deeply, truly his passions, his mental state, why he is confused, why he is incapable of making action promptly when he is required to act promptly. No one understands Hamlet better than Hamlet himself. And lose the name of action. Soft you now, stop, that fair Ophelia, nymph in thy horizons, in your prayers, be all my sins remembered. My sins remembered. He asks her to ask God to forgive him for his sins. Now he meets Ophelia. Ophelia is Polonius alongside with the king planned that Ophelia meet Hamlet. This meeting should appear as perchance, as a result of chance, but this is a premeditated meeting. Yes. How does your honor, Ophelia? Good morning, my lord. How does your honor for this Miss Aniade? How do you feel for these few last days? I humbly thank you. Well, I'm humbly thank you. Well, I'm well. My lord, I have remembrances of yours that I have longed to re-deliver. I pray you now receive them. Some remembrances of love بعد ذكريات الحب اللي بيني وبينك. I have for so long thought of re-delivering them to you. She wants to cut or sever this affectionate or love relationship with Hamlet. No, not I. I never gave you aught. I never gave you anything. Ophelia, my honored lord, you know right well you did. And with them words of so sweet a breath composed and made the things more rich. Your words make the remembrances more rich, more beautiful, more valued for me. The perfume lost. Since the perfume is lost, the relationship between me and you is lost, take these again. Take these remembrances again. For the noble mind, because it is in the case of the noble mind, for noble people, rich gifts wax poor. Wax من الشمع becomes poor, not good. When givers prove unkind, when the ones who gave these presents to their loves become unkind to their loves. There, my lord. Ha 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 ha. Are you honest? Are you honest? Here there is a play on word. Are you sincere? This is one meaning. Or are you honest? Are you an honest woman? An honest woman is the versus a prostitute. يبقى honest means chaste, طاهرة, or sincere, أو chaste أو sincere. Sincere. معنيين. The use of honest by Hamlet evokes two conflicting meanings. Are you honest? The nearer is chaste. Are you a chaste woman? Are you a chaste woman? Lord, are you fair? Are you beautiful? الآن Hamlet plays on the two words chaste, sincere, and beauty, the relationship between beauty and lack of chaste. Beautiful women tend to lose their chastity. النسوان الجميلات ربما يفقدن طهارتهن. هو هيك عنده. وربما this is common experience. They get approached by several people and finally they yield. They probably yield for one of them. I said probably. What means your lordship? That if you be honest and fair, إذا أنت honest and fair, جميلة, honest أمينة, وfair جميلة, your honesty should admit no discourse to your beauty. You should separate between your honesty and your beauty. Because the beauty negatively affects honesty. This is how he understands the case. Could beauty, my lord, have better commerce than with honesty? هل للجمال علاقة أفضل؟ يمكن أن يقيم الجمال علاقة أفضل من تلك العلاقة مع الأمانة؟ Truly, for the power of beauty will soon transform honesty from what it is to a bawd. Bawd means a prostitute. Bawd means prostitute. أو pander. هذه كلمة أو pander. Transform يحول. Change يحول. Truly the power of beauty will sooner بسرعة transform honesty from what it is, يحول الأمانة مما هي عليه to a bawd, to prostitute, to a pander, than the force of honesty. أكثر من قوة الhonesty كانت transfer beauty into his likeness. يبقى than force يعني قوة الأمانة أقل من قوة الجمال. قوة الجمال تقود إلى عدم الأمانة، لكن قوة الأمانة لا تستطيع أن تؤثر على الجمال لتجعله أمينا. Play on words. This was sometimes a paradox. At a time this was a paradox. كان مفارقة في conflict between both. But now the time gives it proof. Now the time proves it. That honesty, that beauty compromises honesty. But the other way around is not true. أن الجمال يؤثر سلبا على الأمانة وليس العكس. الأمانة ليست لها قوة التأثير على الطهارة على الجمال. والأيام تثبت ذلك. He says الأيام تثبت ذلك. But now the time gives its proof. I did love you once. Indeed, my Lord, you made me believe so. You made me believe that you loved me once. I was, yes. Hamlet says, you shouldn't have believed me. For virtue can't so engraft our old stock, but we shall relish of it. I loved you not. And you shouldn't have believed me, for virtue can't so engraft أن الفضيلة لا تنغرس أو لا تصبح واضحة in our old stock, but we shall relish of it, لا نتذوقها. I loved you once. I was more deceived. You deceived me. I am more deceived now. Get thee to Ananare. Get thee to Ananare. برضو كمان two meanings. Nanare, covenant. دير. وهنا المعنى الثاني brothel. ماخور. هو بيلعب على تلاعب على اللفظين او المعنيين اللي هو بده اياهم He wants to appear. There is some inconsistency in his speech. ما قلنا he decided to put an antic disposition. Get thee to Ananare. Why? Wouldst thou be a breeder of sins? هل تريد أن تكوني أما لمرتكبي الأخطاء والرذائل؟ I am myself indifferent honest. I am full of defects, moral defects. بحكي عن حاله. I am myself indifferent honest. But yet I could accuse me of such things that it were. أنا يمكن أن أتهم نفسي بأشياء that it would be better my mother hadn't born me. أن هذه الأشياء تجعلني أتمنى لو أن أمي لم تلدني. I am very proud. هي أول vice. I am revengeful. أحب الانتقام. Ambitious. With more offenses at my beck than I have thoughts. Beckon يعني beckon. Beacon. Yes, beacon. Or a track or motion. يعني I have more offenses at my beck than I have thoughts to put them in. لدي سيئات كثيرة جدا من أكثر من أن أنقلها من حالة التفكير إلى حالة الواقع والأعمال. Imagination to give them shape, and I lack imagination to make these vices to materialize these vices. Materialize these vices. أن أضع هذه السيئات وهذه الرذائل في وضع مادي، يعني أطبقها، أقوم بهذه الرذائل. Or time to act them. What such fellows I do, crawling between earth and heaven. We aren't knaves. All believe. We aren't knaves all. Believe none of us. Go thy way to Ananare. Where is your father? Aren't knave يعني absolute. Aren't means absolute. Aren't means absolute. Knaves, villains, rascals. كلنا احنا سيئين وملاعين. Believe none of us. Don't believe any of us. Go thy ways to a nunnery. Where is your father? At home, my Lord. Let the doors be shut upon him, that he may play the fool nowhere but in his own house. Farewell. Let the doors shut, close your father behind, because I want him to play his fool, for his fool is alone in his house, rather than play his fool outside on other people's. دع حماقاته يلعب حماقاته لنفسه ولا يخرج برا يظهر هذه الحماقات إلى الناس. Oh, help him, your sweet heavens. She now believes that he is truly mad, that he is mad. She prays heavens to cure him. If thou dost marry, if you marry, I'll give thee this plague for thy dowry. Plague? Plague? Nuisance. Nuisance or cause. Cause for irritation. For irritation. I'll tell you something that might irritate you as your dowry. سيعطيها المهر عبارة عن كلمات تصدمها وتؤلمها. Yes. Be thou as chaste as ice, as pure as snow. Thou shalt not escape calumny. Thou shalt not escape calumny. Oh. ايش؟ defamation. كوني طاهرة كالثلج. كوني طاهرة كالثلج، نقية كالثلج، ولكنك لن تستطيعي الفكاك أو الهروب من calumny defamation، تشويه السمعة. تشويه السمعة. يعني قد ما تكوني طاهرة وأمينة، الناس لن تسلمي من لسان الناس. Get thee to a nunnery. As a result, you need to get to a nunnery. Farewell. If thou wilt needs marry, if you want to marry by necessity, marry a fool. Marry a fool. اتجوزي لك واحد أهبل. Marry a fool. Why? For wise people, wise men know well enough what monsters you make of them. لأن الرجال الأذكياء يعرفون ماذا تفعله الزوجات بهم وتجعلهم حمقى، يظهرون وكأنهم حمقى. يعني نسوانهم بتخونهم، الكلمة الجاية بيقول make cuckold of them. الخيانة الزوجية. النساء الجميلات يخن أزواجهن. جوزي لك واحد أهبل. To a nunnery you go, and quickly to farewell. Heavenly powers restore him. We stop here. This is a very beautiful scene. Hamlet is distracted. Ophelia is affected. This is the plight everyone is going to undergo and experience painfully as a result of this conflict between Hamlet and the people around him, and Hamlet and the society he lives in, Hamlet and the fate and fortune. Goodbye.